Yes, Prabhu, you can start.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone for this Wednesday Bhagavad Gita class. This auspicious coming Gita Jayanti, Advent of Bhagavad Gita, this Saturday, this Ekadasi. So, celebrating and reading some of this Bhagavad Gita topics today, tonight. Let's chant with our Hare Krishna Mahamantra and then we will deep journey with the Gita. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachari Jamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha, Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha, Madan Mohan Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Sri Radhe. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Thank you very much. So let me do. What is the? Can you all say your things?
Prabhu, you want to do pranam prayers now?
Yes, okay, let's do that. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yenai Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Uttapad Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunath Nitam Tam Sajivam Sadhvitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakha Nitam Sa. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhya Sasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavinebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Vanchatatvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Saktikam Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatamaham bande Sri Guru Dinatarinam. Ishvara Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Devam. Okay, thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, you can repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Hare Krishna. Again, thank you very much for joining tonight, November 30th, the last day of November. And we finished our Thanksgiving, Giving Tuesday, and now we are Wednesday. So after Giving Tuesday, you receive knowledge from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, spoken by Lord Krishna. So today I will be happy to present you few of the insights from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which will inspire you to learn more about Bhagavad Gita, to go deeper into the chapters of Bhagavad Gita. So today's topic is Gita reflections coming from Flowery words of the Vedas. So flowery words of the Vedas coming from Bhagavad Gita chapter 2. Only I will discuss 2-3 slokas from today. And again, my name is Balimardan Das. I am part of ISKCON Silicon Valley. I am very honored to be here with all the devotees, those who are watching on our social media, YouTube, Facebook, or other channels. So thank you very much. I appreciate you for continuing watching and gaining knowledge from ISKCON of Silicon Valley's website or social media site. So it is also honored that we'll have a Gita Jayanti celebration on this auspicious day of Ekadasi of this coming Saturday, and it will be led by His Grace by Shishika Prabhu. And then also we'll have on Sunday, His Holiness Bhakti Vigyan Swami Maharaj will give a talk on spiritual topics. So you are most welcome to join in person. Saturday, please come. 7:30 we will recite the whole Bhagavad Gita, 700 slokas. Okay, so now if you see here, what exactly means the flowery words of the Vedas. So now, if you see, I will sing this song a little later. Flowery words of the Vedas. Really, it is. If you think it's what exactly flowery words means? Somebody offers you a flower, is a token of love, right? When you are not well in the hospital, people come with a bouquet, bunch of flowers. It's a sign of giving you get well soon. So it should be nice. So why it is considered not so nice, sir? Why it is so? Flowery words are very good, right? Isn't it? Somebody is speaking good about you. But what is that called? Let's see. Asramadha Prabhuji, can you read these two, not the parrots, the pigeons talking from the left side, one and the other one?
Yeah. What are other words for flowery? Ornate, florid, rhetorical, high-flown, grandiloquent, fancy, floral, magniloquent, bombastic, high-sounding.
Yeah. It's like bombastic, you are saying someone, glorifying sometimes someone to give a makeup. Wow, you look so brilliant. You look so beautiful. You look so handsome. It gives certain, this is called, sometimes people call it oily, massaging to gain something. But what does Veda has to do with us? Why Veda has to give it? If you can ask someone, you are a CEO of a company, and some people come and give a flattering words to you. Wow, you're such a great CEO. In their mind, they may be hating you. But when they're talking about this, what does it mean? So they want to be in good books of you, so that they get promotions, they get other things like that. But Veda is our mother. Why does to offer flowery words to their children? So why? We got the meaning. So the flowery words in the Vedas is giving likely mental satisfaction. Just like when Lord Buddha came, an incarnation in this age of Kali, 2,500 years ago, and his main purpose is to cheat the atheist. Then he can, in one way, say how God is so not so welfare-minded person. He is coming to cheat people. Yes. When Mohini Avatar came during the churning of the ocean, milk ocean, at the time of distribution of Amrit, she came to also deceive the demons and award the benedictions to the demigods. So similarly, Buddha also came because people are too much of manipulating or abusing the instructions of the Vedas and doing mass killing of animals. So the father is called Ved, the God, and Veda is called the mother. So both are cooperating each other to protect the welfare of the sons, the children we are. So we ask the mother who is our father. But now, as I am talking about, when Buddha came, he wanted to deceive the people because they are completely becoming immoralist in the name of religion. They're completely abusing the system for their tongue satisfaction. Okay, Veda has told us to kill animals, animal sacrifice. But now Buddha came and stopped it because they are abusing the system. So similarly, when Veda is talking also flowery words, because some people wants to get some mental satisfaction. By recitations of verses, you get mental satisfaction. By these flowery words, or sometimes Prabhupada says, Mayavad say, jugglery words. Jugglery words also gives you, mental juxtaposing. Oh, my goodness, such a great lecture he's giving. Also, the flowery words pointing to you, what it does? Attainment of heavenly planet. Attainment of heavenly planets. These are all very attractive, right? Attractive features of the Vedas. 3 modes. Traigunya Visaya Veda. So we wanted to remain in this material world with the Vedas. Then you are entangled with mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. So flowery words, then examples, we will talk about some examples where Daksha Yajna and the King Puranjana. So we will see what exactly the flowery words is talking about and how it is applicable to our daily day-to-day life incidents. So just like I am giving an example not to confuse you, as Veda is our mother, what is the necessity of the Veda to offer you some flowery slokas or languages for you to be attracted to the Vedas in a wrong way? So that's what we really need to use the Veda to know who is our father. But if you use the Veda to utilize for our own sense gratification, we take the jewels of our mother and sell it and buy drinks and alcohol. Are you utilizing in good service of mother? No. But the same mother, if you take money from our mother and then do business or do something good for the well, whatever it is, produce more agricultural products, then it is beneficial to our mother. So exactly the same thing. So what temptations we have and how we are going to use the Veda, when sometimes it doesn't, the sons, children do not listen properly. They are not understanding the higher purpose of the mother's intention, then she wants to keep you in the flowery land. So there are certain provisions there. So we'll got to know some examples from the Srimad Bhagavatam 4th canto, talks about Daksha Yajna and King Puranjana. So this is the thing. Wait, but why? Why I explain to you why we need to know and why we have to got to know about the flowery words and why we should not defame Veda. So now if you see, let me read you a sloka from Bhagavad Gita 42-43. Yamimam puspitam vacham. You can repeat. Yamimam puspitam vacham.
Yamimam puspitam vacham.
Prabhavanti avipaschitaha.
Pravadanti avipaschitaha.
Vedavadarata partha.
Vedavada rataha partha.
Nanyat asti vadinaha.
नान्यादस्तीति वादिनः
कामात्मना सर्गपराः
कामत्मानः स्वर्गपराः
जन्म कर्म फलप्रदाम्
जन्म कर्म फलप्रदां
क्रियाविशेष बहुलाम्
क्रियाविशेषबहुलां
भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति.
भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति.
Men of small intelligence, men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevations to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. So that's why now you got it. Why I was in the beginning, it might be I'm giving a precedent on the topic. Veda is our mother and God is our father. When mother is offering certain thing, flowery words, which is not the ultimate happiness we are going to get it, but we are going to still temporary. Why the Veda is offering that? Yes, Veda is offering such kind of thing. Just like Veda also offers animal sacrifice. Veda also offers you how to drink intoxication. Veda also offers you how to make illicit sex and bypass the transgress of law of the nature. Veda gives you offering meat eating in the way that it has been certain provisions are there in order to people to advance properly by utilizing the Vedas to advance so that they can gradually renounce, because one day is not easy. People are so addicted to meat eating, intoxication, and other things. It is not easy for them to quit overnight. So there is a gradual process offered in the Vedas so that you can eat a little bit. You eat, okay, 5 days you don't eat 2 days. In a month you don't eat, only an Amavasya eat. And then gradually they say, why the heck I have to eat? Now I don't need to eat completely, I depend on vegetarian food. So in this process it goes. So Veda also offers you how to attain heavenly planet and how to attain richness, how to attain beauty, power, and all kind of opulent possessions. Veda gives you, oh, you worship this one, you worship this god, you make such an chanting of fire sacrifices, the Bajapa sacrifice, Astameda sacrifice, blah, blah, blah. And then you get this, you get this. So you entangle in the whole process of the business of giving and getting. So that is not the ultimate goal of life. That is not the ultimate truth of the Vedas. That's what Bhagavad Gita Krishna says. One should not be entangled in such inferior one, but one should know the purpose behind the Veda, what he's talking about. So Krishna has clearly mentioned, Yam imam puspitam vacham. Puspitam means flowery word. Vacham. Prabhavanti avipaschitaha vedavadrata partha nanyat astiti vadina kamatmana sargapara janma karma phalapradam kriya visesa bahulam bhoge sajja gatim prati. Bhoge sajjam, bhoga is sir. I wanted to enjoy, I wanted to get something. So that's why people are addicted to the flowery language of the Veda. So it is also one of the offenses in the against the chanting of the holy name is one should not consider the auspicious ritualistic ceremonies offered in the Vedas, Karma Kanda. That is also an offense if you think that chanting of Hare Krishna is that. No. So we know now that what is exactly the flowery words, why it is offered, and what kind of people mentality in both ages, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, people's mentality is there. We are here born in this material world means to enjoy this material nature, to think we are God, to think that we are enjoying the life with the matter, because we forgot the original identity to be the servant of God. Now, if you see here, what is sense enjoyment and why flowery writings have been given? So let's read one more sloka, which is Bhoge Sajja Prasaktanam
भोगेश्वर्या प्रशक्तानां
Taya Paritta Chetasam
तया पाहृता चेतसां
Vyavasaitvika Buddhi
व्यवसायिका बुद्धिः
samadho na vidhiyate.
समाधौ न विधीयते.
So that means in the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. What does it mean? In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination for devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. So those people who are too much into sense enjoyment, it is not possible. Then how it is possible when Prabhupada came to America? It is only possible by the divine grace of a pure devotee. Only by a pure devotee glanced upon a conditioned soul that, okay, you can be detached, and that time he is granting you, and you have some desire to renounce yourself. That time, the combination of both your personal renouncement ability and the mercy given by the pure devotee of the Lord, the combinations can be a great asset that can flourish as a flower. Bhakti lata beej. But Krishna says that it is not so easy. That's why the Veda is also offering flowery words for those people who are not too much advancing in Krishna consciousness, but at the same time they think that apparently they are the main people who are following the Vedas and they are the people who are knowing the science of spirituality and everything. But they are again doomed by such attempt of the Vedic sacrifices or rituals they're offering. Because how to get rid of the flowery writings, how to get rid of these flowery offerings in the Vedas. It is nice. If somebody praises you, are you not happy? We feel elated by giving somebody praising you. Oh, Ashramada Prabhu, you are such a brilliant person. You have read all Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and nothing to acquire from you. You have attained perfection in your life. You're done. Then next day onwards, you said, I am perfect being. I am a most perfected being. I have gone everything. Ashramada Prabhu said, I am no more going to read Bhagavatam and all. People are saying me, I have read everything. They have praised me. Right? So what is the point? That means you are captivated by the flowery words or the praises of the people, and you are compromising your devotional service. At all point of time, one must guard against such kind of, frivolities, such kind of temperament, temptations, which will be coming to us in various forms, either in the form of words. That's also by devotees when they are saying also, you should be internally, you should be thinking yourself humble. No matter what stage you are, there will be enough criticism. You should not lament too much, and there will be enough opulent praises for your activities. So one should not be so much of, elated by such incomings to your heart. But at all the time, one should sthita pragya, means steadfast in intelligence, and dedicate his mind and soul at the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So in this way, there is a way. Because here the point is sense enjoyment. I wanted to highlight the sense enjoyment is such a difficult task. Just like an example is given when Indra was caused by certain situations that he became a pig, a baraha, a pig, right? A boar. So when he was a wild pig and he has many kids and they are searching for stools and all kind of abominable things in the street. So Brahma was very compassionate and he came down from his spiritual world, from Brahmaloka, and he came to Indra and, my dear Indra, you are really king of heaven. Don't run after this petty stools and all. Please occupy the position of being an Indra, because the pig is so much of attached to the abominable, filthy things, and his children. He was saying to Brahma, sure, I have so many kids, I have so many foods, I have to eat. I'm attached to my family life. Just imagine. This is called conditioning attitude. This is very difficult. Whenever people are there, in a Prabhupada says in a coal factory, a person went there and asked him, "Sir, you are drinking all the time alcohol and all, you will go to hell." Then the person asked, "My father was also drinking alcohol. Did he go to hell?" "Yes." "My grandfather was also drinking alcohol. Did he go to hell?" "Yes." "And you are drinking alcohol, you go to hell?" "Yes." "Is there a alcohol in the hell?" "Yes." "So what's wrong with that? I'll go there." So, so his saying is like that. So people don't care about their ultimate goal of life, because as long as I get alcohol, then I can go to hell. So Prabhupada says devotees should be also similar. We have also same tendency. As long as we have a provisions for executing devotional service to Krishna and chanting of holy name is permitted in hell also, we are ready to go to hell, Prabhupada used to say. So just like they are ready to go to hell because they are enough alcohols are available for them to drink and merrymaking, so that they want to go. For devotees also, we have enough chanting, devotional services and activities for Krishna, so we are ready to go anywhere else. That's the difference. But the sense enjoyment, the essential point which I wanted to make here, sense enjoyment is too much of deep rooted, is very difficult to take it out. Let's take some example from Daksha Yajna. You know Daksha? So Daksha is a Prajapati, and he's also one of the chief Prajapatis from Lord Brahma. So his birth had been various places described. So this is the first Daksha, means before he taking his dad and again born from Prachetas. So this is like his son of Brahma. Maitreya Uvacha Pura Vishwa Srijam Satre
Pura Vishwa Srijam Satre
Sameta Paramasaya
Sameta Paramasaya
Tathamara Gana Sarve
Tatha Maragana Sarve
Sanuga Munayognaya.
Sanuga Munayo Agnaya.
The sage Maitreya said, in a former time, the leaders of the universal creation perform a great sacrifice in which all the great sages, philosophers, demigods, and fire gods assembled with their followers. So why is that? Daksha, do you think he is a pure devotee? Daksha is also attached to flowery languages of the Vedas, heavenly opulences, ritualistic performance, resultant actions he's getting. So there are devotees, devotion is there, but they aims at the same time they are too much addicted to the flowery language of the Veda. Trigunna Visaya Veda, Nestrigunna Varjuna. Krishna is saying, because this Visaya Veda is Trigunna Veda, Nestrigunna Varjuna. You should come out of this Triguna Veda. But Daksha and all, they are all Chaturvedis. The Vedas, they are entangled with the Vedas and they are getting the sacrifices, ghee, camphor, flowers, milk, all kind of paraphernalia needed for the yajna they are collecting, and they are doing all kind of sacrifices. But there is an attachment. In the previous verse, Krishna is saying that the conditioned souls are attached to this sense enjoyment and opulence. Daksha is attached to his opulence. His opulence is, I am the chief Prajapati. I have knowledge. I am the greatest Brahmin. And so much. So the pride is there in the mind. When the pride is there in the mind, Krishna is not there in the heart. But nevertheless, at the same time, they are also offering various paraphernalia and sacrifice items to please Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is also pleased. But at the same time, the purity of devotion, the prema bhakti is not there. It's like giving a Archana and the Yajna Vidhi, Ruchi, Vedavad Rata. So in the same time, so they are because they are attached to the flowery words of the Vedas. So what I wanted to emphasize today, what is the outcome of such things? What is the outcome of such things? Now you can see what is the outcome of the flowery words of the Vedas. You know all the stories. Daksha then offended Lord Shiva. Then Mother Sati took vow that she committed suicide by generating fire in the assembly. And then Lord Shiva got angry because of such incidents and things happened. So now in 4.5.3, Srimad Bhagavatam says, Tato tikay satanuvas prishandivam sahasra bahur ghanarukiti sujjadri karan damstro jwalat agni murdhaja kapila mali vividhoyat siddha. So what does it mean? A fearful black demon as high as the sky and as bright as three suns combined was thereby created, his teeth very fearful, and the hairs on his head like burning fire. He had thousands of arms equipped with various weapons, and he was garlanded with the heads of men. So when he was appearing, because he is supposed to kill Daksha. So by learning the flowery words of the Veda is not going to protect you now because you offended the dearest son of the Veda, the dearest son of the father. When you're offending, the Vedas also raised hand. Sorry, he is the dearest most son of my husband, and you are trying to attack like Lord Shiva. When you're offending Lord Shiva, there is nothing in this world can save you. And that's why. So what is the point? What is the point of learning so much of flowery words, so much of erudition in the Sanskrit and the scholarly? Only thing, as long as we know how to learn to chant the holy name of God with love and faith, that is the real success of life. In Srimad Bhagavatam again it is said, my dear great and powerful Lord Shiva, you were created first from the mouth of Lord Brahma in order to protect the Brahmanas in pursuing education, austerities, vows, and self-realization. As protector of the Brahmanas, you always protect the regulative principles they follow, just as a cowherd boy keeps a stick in his hand to give protection to the cow. Who is speaking? Daksha is seeking forgiveness from Lord Shiva because he has offended Lord Shiva because of his flowery words knowledge, his knowledge of the Vedas. He thinks he is supreme, he is powerful, etc., etc. So now, what happened? Lord Shiva giving blessings. Lord Shiva is giving blessings to whom? Daksha. So end result is what? You got the head of a goat. By learning so many things, what is the point? If the chief Brahmanas, Daksha, by learning the Vedas such a nice way, he was not protected and saved. He was also gone through such tribulations in life. Jare rakhe Krishna tare mare ke, jare mare Krishna tare rakhe ke. When same Krishna wanted to kill Banasura and Lord Shiva came, he was not protected because Krishna killed all the arms of Banasura in Kasi. So Krishna wants to give protection. Nobody can take care of, do anything, any harm to you. But you are independently taking protections from Veda by your knowledge, then there is a chances of falling down. The moral principles is there. One must take surrender. Krishna says that do not take surrender. Sarva dharman parityajam Veda ekam saranam. He didn't say take surrender to the Vedas. He said, Mamekam Sharanam Braja, Aham Tvam Sarpa Pabebhyo Mokshasami Ma Sujaha. That is Krishna is speaking. That he did not say Sarvadharman Parityajam Vedekam Saranam Braja. No. Veda just means to know me. Veda is such a Sarveda Ahameva Vidyo. Vedanta Krita Veda Vedaiva Shaham. Bhagavad Gita 15:15 talks about this. So what is that? I am the compiler of the Vedas. I am the end knowledge of the Veda. But the thing is that we forget that. We don't know the end results of the Vedas. We entangle in the Veda itself without knowing what is the means, what is the purpose, what is the end goal, what is the Vedanta. That's why Vyasadeva has written the Vedanta Sutra. And it's saying, Athatu Brahma Jigyasa. And the Brahma Jigyasa, getting the inputs from the Vedas to know about the Father. Who is the Supreme Father? Which is Lord Krishna. Now, that's why. What is important? Bhakti is important, or knowledge is important, or pride is important. When knowledge is combined with pride, it is called Mudhavada, and knowledge is combined with renunciation, it is called Bhakti. Now, before I go to the next one, I pause here for a minute or so. If there are any reflections, comments from our online chat or anything, Prabhu?
Let me check, Prabhu, quickly.
Sure. Quickly check and see if there are any reflections, any questions, or you can encourage them if they are watching. I don't know if there are people who are watching in Facebook more or YouTube more.
No, Prabhu, there are no comments in the.
No comments, no questions so far. But we can
No
encourage them. Those who are watching, we humbly ask you, because your inputs are very essential to engage positive discussion. So you're most welcome to put. How do they send in the chat or?
So they actually in the Facebook, they put it in the there is a link. They click on that link and then they submit the question, and then there is a Google Doc where we see the questions.
Got
For
it.
YouTube, they put the comments or questions there itself, and then we manually put it in the spreadsheet, and then we read it from there.
Okay, so whatever it is easier you can find, but definitely we encourage and welcome.
Yeah.
If you're watching online in Facebook or YouTube, please don't forget, if you're saying when Hare Krishna is important, that's what we know they're attentively all listening to this katha. Okay, so till the time we wait for next engagement, I would suggest that let me share and do a little bhajan, then we'll go to the Puranjana story. Okay. Let me share my screen again. Okay, here. I got it. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Let's sing a beautiful bhajan, then we can go to the next stage. Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Bindare Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Bindare Dullabha Manava Janama Satta Sange Tara Hoye Bhava Sindhure Dullabha Manava Janama Satta Sange Tara Hoye Bhava Sindhure Sita Tapa Pata Bhari Sana edina jamini jagire sita topo mato bori sono edina jamini jagire বিফলে সে বিনতি পণ দুরাজন চপল সুখল বনাগিরে বিফলে সে কৃপণ দুরাজন চপল সুখল বনাগিরে এ ধন যৌবন পুত্র পরিজন ইথে কি আছে পরা তীরে এ ধন যৌবন পুত্র পরিজন ইথে কি আছে পরা তীরে কমল দল জল জীবন টল মল ভজহু হরি পদ তীরে কমল দল জল জীবন টলমল ভজহু হরি পদ নীতিরে শ্রবণ কীর্তন স্মরণ বন্দন পাদ সেবন আশ্চর্যে শ্রবণ কীর্তন স্মরণ পাদ সেবন আশ্চর্যে পূজন সখী জন আত্মনিবেদন গোবিন্দ দাস অভিলাষ রে পূজন সখী জন আত্মনিবেদন গোবিন্দ দাস অভিলাষ রে জয় জয় শ্রী ভজহুরে মন শ্রী নন্দ নন্দন অভয় চরণার Bindare. Thank you very much for. Okay, so we are talking about, just summarize you for what we have discussed so far. We talked about the flowery words of the Vedas, and then we wanted to know that why it is not so efficient, and why even the mother is offering the flowery Vedas to the conditioned living beings. We understand there are some people are too much attached to their sense, enjoyment, opulence. So this is the example we talked about, Daksha Yagya, how he was, engaged in the process of sacrifice, and the end result is goat body. Now we talk about King Puranjana, another king, which is King Puranjana is like an allegory which was used by Narad Muni to explain to Barisat, the king of Prachinabari. So Prachinabari, when he is engaged in the flowery words of the Vedas, that means Tragunna Visaya Veda. So he is completely rituals. In the morning, oh, Karma Kanda, we have to do this. By doing this, we are going to get rain. Oh, we have to do this. By doing this, we are going to get multiple mangoes. By going to do this, we are going to get this. So it's going on. And rituals, Vedic rituals means advanced animal sacrifice. So there is a sloka here. Srimad Bhagavatam 4th canto, 25th chapter, text 4. You can repeat after me. Shreyastam katamadarajan.
Shreyastvam katamadarajan.
Karmanatmana ihase.
Karmanatmana ihase.
Dukkhahani sukhavaptihi.
Dukkhahani sukhavaptihi.
Shreyastanneha chesyate.
Shreyastanneha chesyate.
So Narad Muni asked King Prachinabari, my dear king, what do you desire to achieve by performing these fruitive activities? The chief aim of life is to get rid of all miseries and enjoy happiness, but these two things cannot be realized by fruitive activity. What is the chief aim of the life? Number one is get rid of all miseries. And number two is enjoy happiness. Dukkhahani sukha bhaktihi. If somebody asks you, This is the essence of Bhagavatam. What he will say? Dukkhahani sukha bhaktihi. Say it again. Dukkhahani
Dukkhahani,
sukha bhaktihi.
Sukha Vapti.
So Dukkhahani means get rid of miseries, and Sukha Bhakti means enjoy happiness. So that is the true aim of our human life. So now if I ask you, by whatever you are doing, you ask yourself, okay, I bought a new car. Okay, what is going to give you? Is it going to get rid of all miseries? No. But it can get some miseries out. Okay, I was traveling in bus, I was traveling in the car, train or bus and getting some, people are smoking around me. I am now in my own car. That's good. Here at least some miseries you took it out. Are you getting happiness? Yes. You're buying a new car, you're getting happiness. So now you can say, but the thing is that beginning of the sentence, it says the chief aim of life. Is it chief aim? No. This may be cheap aim. Not CHIEF, it could be CHEAP. So that's the difference it could be. So that means we have many aims in life. Somebody may say, I want to buy a property, I want to go in SpaceX to the space, I wanted to do something else, I want to go inside the ocean submarines for 1 month and stay there to watch the aquatics there. Are you getting happiness? Yes, you are getting happiness. Are you removing all the miseries? No. People don't know what is the miseries now. Then you can ask them what exactly the miseries are. Janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, dukkha, doshana, darsanam. Miseries of life are birth, death, old age, and disease. But if you ask people what is the miseries, oh, miseries, everybody will have their own things. Miseries of this, misery of this. Yeah, these are all bifurcation of all these miseries. But these are the root problems, these things. And now if you ask happiness, everybody has a defined happiness. Oh, my happiness is, if I get a new bike, a 5 years old kid can say, I get a new bike, I'm happiness. A 25 years a prince in Saudi Arabia said that I get a new flight with all golden ornaments everywhere, then I'm happy. Or somebody who is a young man, a new millionaire, he said, oh, I get a new Lamborghini, then I'm happy. So everybody has their own definitive answer for happiness. But is it the real happiness? That's where the happiness answer also will get it from the Veda. What is exactly the happiness for the soul? So these things can be. So now Narad Muni is questioning back. These two things cannot be realized by fruitive activity. He very clearly said, Karma Kanda is not going to give you these two things. Period. Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, so Visera Bhanda. Kevalo Ananda Kanda. Bhajo Bhajo Bhai. Nitai, Gaur Nitai. When you are chanting, these two things are likely Visera Bhanda, Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Visera Bhanda. Kevalo Ananda Kanda. That means that Ananda Kanda, which is coming from chanting and dancing and learning and glorifying about Srimad Bhagavatam and Sri Krishna, is the Ananda Kanda. And that's the way, by doing Jnana Kanda also you're not going to get happiness. It may be a little bit, like calf footprint. That much of water is there. It's not like the ocean of water and the calf footprint contains that much. That is the difference, mega difference. So the Narad Muni gave an example of allegory of King Puranjana. That King Puranjana is likely himself, Prachina Barisha. He just didn't want to offend him directly. He said about how a king was there and how he was doing various activities. Such as King Puranjana had unlimited desires for sense enjoyment. It is applicable to all of us. King Puranjana means we all are King Puranjana. Had unlimited desires for sense enjoyment. Consequently, travel all over the world to find a place where all his desires could be fulfilled. Isn't it not? Today we are going there that, oh, I'm not happy, I'm getting something. Tomorrow we are going to different country. Tomorrow we are getting something else. Tomorrow we are adventuring something else. We are not getting happiness. Where all is desires today, unfortunately, found a feeling of insufficiency everywhere, isn't it? Now, once while wandering in this way, he saw on the southern side of the Himalayas, in a place named Bharatvarsha, India, a city that had 9 gates all about and was characterized by all auspicious facilities. So, what are the 9 gates is likely allegory. We have 9 gates: 2 eyes, 2 ear, nostril 6, mouth 7, and genital and anus. These are likely principal 9 gates where we discharge things or we accept things. We eat food through mouth. We see beautiful things through eyes. We evacuate through anus. And we hear beautiful sounds, music through ear. So these 9 gates are likely the channel to the mind and the soul inside the body. So by this process, whatever passes through, we are enjoying or we are suffering by this process. So the 9 gates are very, we need to give, is there any bodyguard of the 9 gates? Mind is the bodyguard. The city was surrounded by walls and parks, and within it were towers, canals, windows, and outlets. The houses that were decorated with domes made of gold, silver, and iron. So such a nice allegory when Narad Muni was giving. Just now you see. Can you read this one, Prabhu? What is written there?
In the minds of those who are too attached to sense enjoyment and material opulence, and who are bewildered by such things, the resolute determination of devotional service to the Supreme Lord does not take place. Bhagavad Gita 2.44.
The one which this is likely, which we are just discussing today. This is King Puranjana. What is counting? Money. Money and honey. When he's counting in Puranjana. So when you are doing too much attached, bhakti will not trigger in your heart. Sometimes we say, can it be possible? Bhakti can come, but I am also counting money. Prabhupada is also counting money. Our treasurer of temple also counting money. Suryakund Prabhu and everybody, but that is for the service of Krishna. So now if you see here, 4.25, 2056 talks about Evam karmasu samskrita.
Evam karmaso samsaktaha
Kamatma vanchito buddhaha.
kamatma vanchito buddha
Mahisi yad yad iheta.
mahishi yad yad iheta
Tattat evan vartata.
tattad evan vartata.
Being thus entangled in different types of mental concoction and engaged in fruitive activities, King Puranjana came completely under the control of material intelligence and was thus cheated. Indeed, he used to fulfill all the desires of his wife, the queen. So, once you are entangled by such combinations of different desires, then you are completely under your material intelligence. Your intelligence has captured you, the spirit soul. Okay, that's it, nothing else in life. My life goal is to earn $1 million. My life's goal is to do something for myself, to improve economic development. But as long as we are not interested in developing bhakti, by Kale Bale Kosale Mana Krishna Divesita, by somehow or other, by hook or crook, we have to bring back our mind at the lotus feet of Krishna. Without that, we will be trapped, cheated by the Shraddha mind, cheated by such kind of temporary arrangements of the Lord. So we should be very careful and always fix our mind on Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Somehow or other we should be always focused on chanting of the holy name of God. If you do not do, what is going to happen? This is the allegory. Who is there? Then you will see Kalakanya. Then you will see the various weapons of the Sarpa, 5 hooded snakes. They are the 5 senses, the 5 hooded snakes. And this is the wall and the park. And the soul is sleeping soul. What is Krishna is saying? For one whose mind is unbridled, self-realization is difficult work. But he whose mind is controlled and who strives by appropriate means is assured of success. That is my opinion. So we have to do a control mind. Control mind means somehow or other we must think that we are entrapped by the Maya, the sensory objects. Every time I'm desiring to obtain sensory objects, desiring to obtain sensory outcomes. No, I do not have any spiritual goal. I don't want to develop that. I wanted to go and distribute books. I want to improve for Sankirtan. I wanted to contribute for the development of spiritual communities. Not by thinking that way, you will be entrapped by the attack of the Maya, like Chandavega, Kalakanya, and all these things with Puranjana and other things which is given by Narad Muni. So gradually, step by step, what we will do? We will be engaged and entrapped by such illusory energy of the Lord. Now we are saying the illusory energy of the Lord, as he is saying, he is doing. Sometimes people say, oh, hey, anyway, my son does, we go for book distribution. People say, oh, mera beta, he does, puja in the morning, kind of puja and all the stuff. And thinks he goes to office and thinks, come again, does puja. Somebody says it does, he does too many service to the Sadhu Baba. So now, how do you preach them? How do you preach them to become actually Krishna conscious? Oh, my son, goes and offers obeisances to everybody, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Shiva, Brahma, kisi ko bhi pranam karke aa jata hai. Now the question is, that is not the point, that you are going and serving everybody and remembering everybody. That doesn't mean that you are a Suddha Bhakta. One must learn to know who is our father, who is our mother, what is the purpose of the mother, what exactly we have to deal with our father. That thing should be learned. Not like we got to know some auntie and uncle, little bit they give something and we are happy. That means Maya is cheating you through Vedas. Lord Buddha came and cheating the people. Buddha is God himself. He came and cheat people. Why? Cheat the atheist class of people, those who are using Veda to sense gratificatory methods by killing animals. Buddha came and cheated them because they deserve to be cheated. Now, if you ask somebody, I am reading Veda, but Daksha Yajna, we saw Veda, he was cheated by the whole process of flowery languages. Now we are talking about Prachina Varisat. He was cheated by the whole process, and Narad Muni is explaining with allegory that, hey, look at the 5 hooded snakes, look at the Kalakanya, look at the Chandavega, look at this. These are all the people who are attacking you, the enemies. And you are the spirit soul. What is the spirit soul? Do not be attached to flowery words of the Vedas, because it is Puspitam Bhajam. Do not be attached. Beyond illusion and doubt. So Prabhupada has written the book which you can really read. Beyond illusion and doubt. Beyond illusion and doubt. So there is doubt is there. Who is God? What is my position? What I'm going to do? What I'm going to do after I leave this body? What is going to happen? These things needs to be really questioned and churned mind every day. That is the self-realization process. No matter what state we are, no matter where we are, how your advancement is, we must really question ourselves about the self-realization process and self-realization framework of our mind, so that we constantly think about the spiritual advancement of the soul within our heart. Because as long as you do not grow yourself spiritually, the evolutions of the mind doesn't happen, then there is no question of liberation. If there is no question of liberation, there is no question of bhakti. The bhakti comes into the picture where we control our mind. We control our mind. That means, what do we do? Control our mind. By controlling the mind, we come to the senses. That we tune. Controlling our mind means tune our mind to Krishna, so that we understand what Krishna's mood is, what Krishna wants from us, what Mother Veda wants from us. Not attached to the jewelry my mother is wearing, grab it and sell it and enjoy it. No, we understand the real things, the flower of the Vedas, which to be offered to Krishna. Flowery words and pure devotional service. Just like in the second, you see the mind is a network of thoughts, right? Mind means it has thoughts. And then in intelligence brings even different thoughts and schemes into productive outcome of scheming. Let's say you have thoughts of, enjoyment, thoughts of biking, thoughts of swimming, thoughts of this. Then intelligence brings, oh, weather is not good. You cannot go biking, this is this one. But you can play video game inside. Then the intelligence, oh, it's nice. Outside there is no rain, you can go for biking. Or something, the intelligence. So these are thoughts. So this gives you an impetus to enjoy. This is likely all kind of enjoyment is obtained in the mind. The another section is called, this is also you see, it is always other side of the grass is green, right? Hey, whatever you are doing is not good. Let's try something else. People wants to try something else. What is that? There is a new chart house in Fremont. Let's go there. This chart house is not good. Let's eat something else. Let's do something else. Let's buy a new house. Let's buy a new car. Let's do things like that. So this is the things which comes because the fish doesn't stay, because they think that this is not a good water. They wanted to go to the other. It's same thing. But it's called boredom. So the mind is also getting adventure of new things. And when you're getting new things, then mental concoctions come. So we need to avoid that. And then intelligence job is to decide. The decision framework is done by intelligence. Mind has many thoughts. It can be thoughts, mind has thoughts of, as I tell you, biking, swimming, flying, kites, and 20 different things comes and ideas to your mind. But intelligence decide what needs to be done. What needs to be done? Because intelligence becomes slave of the mind. Mind needs happiness by doing some sensory activity. Oh, then you do this. Decide. Now this is the road you see. Either you become a ritualistic activities person, karma kanda, or you become a pure bhakti. You are in the center stage. You have all these books. Everything is there. It is up to you to decide whether you want to follow the path of bhakti or path of karma kanda. And it is up to you. Mother tells you, these two roads you don't know. You don't see the end of the two roads. But it tells you what is the end. But you don't see that. But you envision that. By karma kanda, you again come back to this stage and again decide. But by ananda kanda, that's it. You go to Vaikuntha. But people don't understand the simple things. The simple thing is, how do I really develop Krishna consciousness by such way of the ability to discern myself and get to know about these things. So here, if you see, iti te jnanam akyatam guhyataram maya vimsrita etat asesena yatechasi tatha kuru. Bhagavad 18.63, Krishna says, thus I have explained to you knowledge still more confidential. Deliberate on this fully and then do what you wish to do. Krishna says, what do you wish to do, you do it. You want to do karma kanda? You want to do ananda kanda? You wanted to go and study in the jungle as speculators? or you want to renounce, or you don't want to fight in this battlefield, perfect. It's fine with me. I gave you this knowledge. I gave you the wisdom. It is up to you to decide. So Krishna has given you this knowledge. Krishna is telling through me, I've been telling you that please make sure that you have the ability to understand the procedures and also ability to discern what is good and bad, and making sure that bhakti is the ultimate goal of life. Do not be entangled and trapped by the flowery words of the Vedas. There are many societies, many people in this world, many spiritual organizations which may give you, or some leaders which may give you some kind of hope and solace. Oh, that somehow it is, I am so attracted to this and this, but at the end, you will not feel any joy. So now, if you go, some Mataji is coming and asking something. You should have asked me. Yes. Is it possible to do both bhakti and karma kanda? No. So I don't know is she there or no? Where is she from? So she is asking whether it can be done bhakti or karma kanda. So bhakti and karma kanda is not possible together. Bhakti is bhakti. Karma kanda is, because you cannot say. There are three things Krishna is mentioning about: akarma, karma, and vikarma. Karma is actions pertaining to the fulfillment of what is given in the directions. And vikarma is karma against the will of the Veda or mother. Akarma is transcendental to those activities. So bhakti is akarma. Karma kanda is good karma. Just like Prachina Varisa. What is the point of Narad Muni is telling? I repeat that thing again. If you wanted to read here, what is the things Narad Muni said? Narad Muni said to Prachina Varisa, my dear king, what do you desire to achieve by performing this fruitive activity? That is karma kanda. The chief aim of life is to get rid of all miseries and enjoy happiness. But these two things cannot be realized by fruitive activity. That means get rid of these miseries and enjoy happiness is not attainable by karma kanda. It is Narad Muni's statement, which I am saying. Dukkhahani sukhavaptihi shreyastan neha chasyate. It is not possible. Narad Muni has clearly said it. It is a clear statement. He said that miseries and happiness is not going to get rid of by karma kanda. Karma kanda will give you what you are asking for a position. I want to become an Indra. You can be Indra, but by being an Indra, are you getting ultimate happiness? After a few years of being Indra, then you become again Punarmusika Bhava. So similarly, karma kanda and bhakti is two different things. Karma kanda, jnana kanda, so visera bhanda. And then this one, which is called Ananda Kanda, that is the one which gives you the solace of happiness. It is not possible for these guys to learn about it. Okay, I think question somebody asked.
Manish Prabhu has a question. Yeah, our Mukharvind Prabhu.
Yes, go ahead, Prabhuji.
No, Prabhu, I think by mistake I raised the hand. Please continue. Sorry, I just went a little late.
Okay, no problem. So now we have this thing we talked about, the things, and now the conclusion. What is the conclusion? Do not become atheist by concluding that Vedas has no meaning, rather know the Vedanta. So by knowing Veda, it is not that we have to completely reject Veda. Is it? No. We are not rejecting the Vedas, but we are not attaching to the flowery words of the Vedas. That means, what is exactly we are attaching to? Is there any difference in one way? If you find out the difference of Veda, there is no difference. Shruti, Smriti, Puranadi, Pancharatrika, Vidhi Vina, Hare Bhakti, Utpadeva Kalpate. Narad Muni clearly says that we cannot completely reject those things, Shruti and Smriti. So Smriti is like the Puranas and all. How can you reject? So these are all Smriti Shastra. we are reading, and all the Vedas mantras are also coming, Shruti mantras. So how do you reject it? But at the same time, you cannot get everything in your life because our life is very small. In 24 hours time, how many hours you are spending to read Veda? 1 hour, 2 hours, 20 hours, 5 hours, maybe 20 minutes. So how can you get a learned person by reading 20 minutes of Veda? And even if you know Veda, we have already, I gave an example of King Daksha, who is the, nobody can surpass in learning Veda from Daksha Maharaj, the King Daksha. But at the end, while performing Veda, what he got? He got a head of a court. Is it the achievement by reading Veda? No. So, understanding the true meaning of the Vedas, what mother is giving us, Veda is like our mother, and Krishna is father. What Veda is offering to us. Just I learned from Veda that I have to get milk from mother's milk. I wanted to be healthy. That's nice, sir, my dear son. Oh, just I wanted to learn where my mother keeps the keys in her sari so that I can get all jewelries. That's nice. You're stealing, isn't it? So that is not what mother wants, that you want to be engaged with her. Mother is cooking. I wanted to cook with mother. Mother wants me to do gardening. I do with gardening. So you follow the instructions, commandment of the mother. Because when the father will come, we'll offer an apple to our father so that he will be pleased. So understanding the true meaning of the Vedas. That's what Krishna says. The persons who recites Vedas are not intelligent. They are unintelligent people. Who knows the Vedas also, they are not that advanced. But who knows the purpose behind the Vedas, they are the intelligent people. So understanding the true meaning of the Vedas. And then learn Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam from the right source. That is our real knowledge. In the Kali Yuga, that is the one which Vyasadeva has offered. And what we do bhakti. And this bhakti is done by chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Mukhe bolo Hari Hari. Whoever is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that means he is the real recipient of the bhakti. Now, I think this is good time. So we will stop here. Any question? Any question or any reflections? You are most welcome to ask questions.
So Giridhari Prabhu has put his reflection on the Zoom chat.
Can you read it, Prabhuji? Sorry, I'm somehow.
So the Vedas are the basis of life, but bhakti is how to go back to Krishna.
Yes. It's likely giving a protocol. Vedas are giving some symmetric thoughts, how to conduct yourself. Okay. So let's say you 7 a.m. in the morning, you put trash on Tuesday evening. So Wednesday, the trash guy will come. Then you say that how to transfer your things from the sewer system, or how do you pay taxes, things like that. So this is a way of leading a better life. So these are the things that Veda offers us. So the condensed version or the essential versions which has been given in Bhagavatam itself, how do we lead a better life, which is given by King Puranjana. When he was giving Narad Muni, he is explaining to Prachina Barishad. He is giving an example of King Puranjana. And he was giving his philosophy, he is exposing about the faults of the Vedas. He is exposing about the execution of discharging the duties of animal sacrifices and etc. You are creating through the implementations of Vedas. So he's saying directly you just offer everything to Krishna's satisfaction. And that kind of intelligence things will not come unless a pure devotee touches your heart, unless a pure devotee gives you a little push from this part. If Prachina Barishad, it doesn't meet with King Narad Muni, he would have gone for millions of years of doing karma kanda. Will he attain our bhakti? No, he may attain bhukti and mukti, but he will not attain bhakti. Bhakti, that's what you have seen in Bhagavatam. Has anybody attained bhakti without touching to a pure devotee? Give me an example. Rahugana, when he was going, Jada Bharat, he met Jada Bharat and he attained bhakti. Prutu Maharaj attained bhakti by Chatur Kumara. Yudhishthir Maharaj attained bhakti by again Narad Muni and many other saintly persons and Krishna himself. I can give examples, but give me one example where a person received bhakti without being favored by a pure devotee or the Lord himself? Possible? Daksha got bhakti by performing Veda? No, he did not get bhakti. There are many other people. King Indra got bhakti by stealing the horse of Prithu Maharaj? No, he did not get bhakti. He got course. He may get some course from Prithu Maharaj about what Vyasdev came and not Vyasdev, I think who came? I believe Chatur Kumar. I don't know which says Narad Muni came to protect him. Lord Brahma probably. So the point is, the flowery word of the Vedas is not the thing, it is the distraction. It is a distraction for the people, spiritual practitioners, those are practicing bhakti. It's a completely distraction. So one has to be very carefully manage our life, that one should be only concentrating in Krishna bhakti. And the flowery words of the Vedas is mere distraction. And just like as I mentioned, the sloka we read from 241, 42, 43, 44, 3-4 slokas you can read, and you can understand what Krishna wanted to say us, and he wanted to save us. He's saying something and saving us from some puspita vacham, puspita veda vacham, because we don't want to veda vadana. We wanted to be bhakti tattvarata. Okay. Any other questions or comments? We have few more minutes.
Let me see online again.
Yeah, please go ahead. See, we wanted to give some credit to the online people.
Yes. No, we don't have any questions from online. So just on the Zoom chat, if anyone has any reflection, any comments, any questions to Bali Prabhu, please go ahead and ask.
Yeah, last call.
Last call.
Final call.
Yes.
You will not get a chance. November 30th, 2022 won't come in your life.
Okay. Okay, so there is another question from Giridhari Prabhu. Is the Govinda Bhashya and Gopal Tapani, I think he meant Tapani, Gopal Tapani Upanishad good books?
Yes. Govinda Bhashya was written by Baldev Vidyabhushan, who is an Acharya and a Vaishnava Acharya. That's what at the time when Sankaracharya has written Saririka Bhashya, Sunil Haiva Sarvanas, means Saririka Bhashya is also commentary of the Vedas. He has written to give interpretations. So, and that was a very strong intellectual book, which is given all kind of tattvas and various philosophical doctrines and all. So Vaishnavas do not have any kind of bhashya. Bhashya means like a PhD thesis. So earlier days, people are considered good or bad based on what kind of thesis you produce, right? Just like if somebody has produced a thesis, is a good person, advanced person, so society. So in our Vaishnava Siddhanta, we don't have anything. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's fine, but we still need to produce some thesis to prove our point. So Baldev Vidyabhushan, he got permissions from Lord Govinda, he got permission from his guru, and he got permissions by a dream also, and from the society of the Vaishnava to write the book Govinda Bhashya. And then that book is very famous, and it was written. And Gopal Tapani Upanishad also is also a beautiful composition of books, which also glorifies Lord Krishna in various places. Yes, both are recommended to read it. Yes, any other comments?
I don't see any questions or comments, Prabhu.
Okay. Do you have any other last reflection from Zoom call? Anyone?
Zoom call, I don't see anything. Let me
Okay.
again check online. I don't think we have anything. No, we don't have anything online, Prabhu.
Okay.
And do kirtan if you want, Prabhu.
So let's do a little kirtan and then we can end it. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. Hari Bol.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlad, Prahlad-dai, Prahlad, Prahlad-dai, Hiranyakashe, Purvaksha, Hiranyakashe, Purvaksha, Ilatamka, Nakhalai, Ito Narasingho, Parato Narasingho, Ito Narasingho,
Parato Narsingho
Yato Yato Yami Tato Narasingho,
Yato Yami
Bahir Narasingho, Vidaye Narasingho,
Bahir Narsingho Hidaye Narsingho
Narasinghamadim Saranam Prapade,
Narsinghamadim Saranam Tapade
Tavakara Kamala Bare Nakham Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakasipu Tanuvingam Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare
Abakara Kamala Vare Nakham Adbhuta Sringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Vrinam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare
Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare
Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare
Jaya Narasingha Dev Jaya Narasingha Dev Narasingha Dev Jaya Narasingha Dev
Jaya Narsingadev Jaya Narsingadev Narsingadev Jaya Narsingadev
Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Lakshmi Narasingha Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha
Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol
Jai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Gaura Hari Bol
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Prahlad Maharaj
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Bhakta Prahlad.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya
Jaya
Gurudev.
Gurudev Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripasinubhayeva cha patitanam pavinebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. श्री श्री भगवद गीता की जय, समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय,
जय
की जय।
जय
गीता जयंती की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे निताय गौर। हरि बोल
हरि बोल।
हरि बोल निताय गौर।
Hari Bol.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu, for the class and wonderful realizations.
Thanks, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
We'll end the session, devotees, now.